Hey, what's up guys, Jesse here from JPModified, back at you with this week's video. Now this week we're going to feature a build we did for a client on the Thermaltake Core P90 case. Now the Core P90 case is one of the most unique cases out there in the market today. Take a look at what we did with this one. Sit back, relax, enjoy this video.
Oh, you tell me stories, you tuck me in, and the second you leave, I call you right back to check for monsters in my streets. Yeah, high school was hard. You'd fight with my mom, I'd fall asleep to the screaming, sound machine always speaking, left emotional scars. Now I'm 21, a soul of 50 years. And now that you are gone, I'm doing things that I shouldn't know from. I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. At 21, a soul of 50 years. And now that you are gone, I'm doing things that I shouldn't know from. I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. At 21. Yeah, I play you my favorite songs on a car ride while you list me all the people that left you in your life. Oh, oh, and you smoke on your chair while I was trying to sleep. I smell the smoke in the air, but that was normal for me. I didn't know. I didn't know. But now I'm 21, a soul of 50 years. And now that you are gone, I'm doing things that I shouldn't know from. I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. At 21, feels like I'm 50 years. And now that you are gone, I'm doing things that I shouldn't know from. I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. At 21. Oh, at 21. Yeah, I'm 21. Oh, just a kid. Oh, I'm doing things I shouldn't know from. Doing things I shouldn't know. At 21. At 21. At 21. Whoa. I'm 21. It's hard for me to let go, but I think that I'm finally feeling good again. So hard cause I loved you, but I'm finally feeling like myself. All of the wounds that were opened by you are now closing. I finally know how to live without hurting myself. I think that I am moving on cause I do feel less broken. I needed a sign, and this is a sign that I'm healing. I'm finally healing from you. I'm finally healing from you. I'm finally healing. I'm finally healing from you. I'm finally healing. Oh, oh. I'm finally in this imperfect world. But I'm learning my way under this maze that I'm running through. Now when I think of you, I'm fine. See a picture of you, you would eat me alive. And now when I think of you, I'm fine. And all of the wounds that were opened by you are now closing. I finally know how to live without hurting myself. I think that I am moving on, cause I do feel less broken. I needed a sign, and this is the sign that I'm healing. I'm finally healing from you.
So that was it, our build on the Thermaltake Core P90 case. Now, like I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the video, the Core P90 chassis is, or the Core P90 case is one of the most unique cases out there in the market today. The way it's shaped, the triangular design or the 90-degree angle that separates the radiator and the motherboard is really one of a kind. Now, a little backstory. Now, the client supplied everything from the fittings, the tubes, the water blocks, and all we basically did was build the distro plate and do the loop. Everything else was supplied by the client. Now, we ran into a little problem with the length of the tubes that he supplied with us because he only gave us 500 millimeter long tubes. Now, it was pretty impossible to have the ports reach from the other side over to the other side with that length of tube. So we opted to go with the longer tubes I had available, which were the frosted or the iced or frosted acrylic tubes. They were 1000 millimeter long tubes, so it had no problem reaching from point A to point B. So especially with the distro plate that we custom made for this build, we really needed to make sure that we had enough tube length for it to reach from one end to the other end. We also put in a mini LCD monitor for him to monitor his temperatures while he's gaming and doing whatever he does with his PC. We had a little issue with the HDMI cables being located at a really awkward spot for the case. So we were forced to drill in holes right beside where the LCD was mounted. We also did a custom mount on the power supply because the client purchased a ROG or an ROG Thor 1000 watt power supply. Now, for those of you who are familiar with these series of power supplies, the OLED screen is basically at the side with the fan facing up. So if you reconfigure the power supply in any other position apart from or that's not facing the fan up, you won't see the OLED display. So with the Core P90, unfortunately, the native mount for the power supply is with its vertical. So there was no way for him to see the OLED display he paid for with the PSUs. So I laser cut a custom-made pedestal for the power supply that we mounted to the the bars that hold the tempered glass in place. Worked out really well. Saved a lot of space for us to do the wiring on other stuff like the riser, the HDMI cables for the mini LCD monitor and such. So worked out really nice. I also really liked what we did with the tube runs on this build. Something that we rarely do. Long tube runs. We took this with inspiration from Declassified Systems. Mark Acosta, who is a good friend of ours here at JPModified. So overall, we were really happy with what came out of this build, and the client was really happy as well, which is really important to us. So once again, this has been Jesse of JPModified. See you on the next video. Mod on.